Welcome back to Life is Not Real. This is Gabbie and this is Liam, and we're with a special guest today.
Hi. Hi, my name's Siobhan. Thanks for having me. Wait, now I'm shy. Now this is serious. Okay. Where do I look?
Serious.
Do I look there or here?
You can look anywhere.
Really?
We only talk about serious stuff on this podcast because life is
Life is not real.
It's not a
No, but
real. I like that title because life really is not a real.
Exactly.
I mean, like Instagram just doesn't reflect real life. Like,
well, considering you don't post anything.
I barely post anymore,
know.
and I love it, and I'm protecting my peace.
I'm loving the low-key life. Honestly,
I love the low-key life.
Aside from work, I don't post anything.
Me too.
And it's really the best.
I've been posting less also, or I try. Or sometimes I
Yeah.
get lazy. That's the truth. I do get lazy sometimes to post. Like, aside from work things, like I get lazy to need to post more personal stuff. Like I just don't have time to
Yeah.
Because we're just so busy filming podcast
Doing
episodes.
And we're not even in our usual location.
I know. So
We're in a grocery
so
store.
fun.
We're in a grocery store. Why?
This is the funnest location ever.
Because why not?
'Cause
So we're
why?
in Joel's place. Obviously, you're like the cutest model ever.
Thank you. Second to you.
Gabbie, you're
I'm literally
third.
with
You're
two
third.
I'm not even a model. I'm literally with two models. Aran.
No, but I think a lot of people are actually genuinely curious because you've been doing this for a while. And I think people don't really know how you sort of got to the place you are at now. So I just want to know how, because
I don't know either.
Okay, that's the podcast, guys.
Honestly,
It ends there.
no
I do
idea.
not
Like, how did you
either.
start? Like, what was your big break? Like, what
Break.
made you realize that you wanted to pursue modeling? Just like,
Oh, I looked at the questions and I didn't really think about my answers. So this is going to be crazy. Okay. How did I start? I started when I was in high school. I started doing commercials.
guys, watch her McDonald's.
Don't watch it. Don't look at
Is
that.
it on YouTube?
It's on-
Or is it?
no,
You
it's
can
not.
find
It's
it.
so iconic.
It's not on YouTube.
And I'm like, I didn't know Siobhan could act. So I was like really impressed. I was like, wait, that's really cute.
that commercial shoot was crazy because I had to eat like 50 burgers and they gave
my
me
God,
a
for
bucket.
real?
Yeah, they gave me a bucket
real
to
business
spit
bucket?
it
Spit it
out.
out.
And I didn't want to at first because I was like, that's such a waste. So I got really sick and puked. So anyways, how did I start?
Yeah.
How did I start? I started
Was
in
there like
high-
a whole discovery moment where you're like, oh, I
I
got
need to-
scouted.
yeah.
I got whatever.
Not
Did
On
you-
the street.
Did you reach out in
Not
Rockwell?
really. I got
Like-
I got scouted many times and I would never take it seriously. Like they'd give me their calling card and I wouldn't call them. And then
That's so on brand. She
Yeah.
never answers any of my
I don't
messages.
answer my phone. I'm really not online. Well, I am. I'm on TikTok.
That's why she's the perfect guest, guys, because life is
Life's not a real.
So what was the
yeah.
turning point where you were like, oh, why
I'll
don't I
do
try
it.
it out? Yeah.
I can't remember. I think I got to maybe 17, 18 years old and I was like, you know what? People keep telling me I should model. Maybe I should just do it. And
That's how I started as well. People always say, oh, you should model, but it's so much harder than people realize. It's not like you can then the next day, oh, I'm randomly a model.
yeah.
It takes a while
know,
to get
that's so-
scouted or to get management, to that momentum. It's actually, and we talk about this on the podcast a
Yeah.
lot, but it's a really the creative industry in general is very strategic. And it's not just
super.
oh yeah, we model, we look cute, oh, we create content. It's so much, it's a real business.
There's so much behind it.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely a real business. It's a real job. So I think I only started taking it seriously. I mean, when I graduated from college, up until then, I was like, I don't know if this is really a career for me. It was a fun thing to do on the side when I had breaks from school, every Christmas I would model or summer. And I was like, I'm going to go to college. I'm gonna get my business degree, and then I'm gonna
smart.
and then I'm gonna start a
We
career
love
in marketing.
education.
That was like really my plan up until my last year of college, and I don't know. I guess like I just started getting more momentum at that point, and
What do you think was like the big campaign? Because I can think of
Yeah,
something,
like a
but I
big
want to know
campaign
your
where you're
answer.
like,
mine.
a big campaign where you're like, okay,
Okay,
maybe I
like-
can do
like
this.
this
Like
is
this is
like
like a career
turning into
path.
something
Yeah.
like more serious.
I think the campaign for me that kind of kickstarted my career was Sunny's Face. I
I
did their
agree.
first campaign.
I was gonna say that, and then like even Oxygen was sort of cute.
Oh yeah, I was like an endorser for Oxygen. That was cute. So I did that for like years, and then in my last year of college, agencies from New York were like reaching out to me. So I was like,
Love that.
Sana, oh, I'm like, I finally got signed. Well, honestly, in fairness, I just started like 2 years ago.
yeah, it takes
So
a
like
while.
you've been doing it for a while, and I think I've done pretty well so far. But
yeah, for sure.
like, guys,
So
am I
yeah,
the
then
only
I
one
was like,
eating?
yeah, maybe I'll just do it. You know what I mean? So then I like graduated, and then I was like, I'll do it for like 2 years and see how it goes. And pandemic hit, and then I kind of just got stuck doing it. I mean, where was I going to get another job?
And
during the
like, you
pandemic?
don't want to waste the face, you know? Like,
Yeah,
yours
That's
is
so true.
Don't waste your
Don't waste
youth.
the.
Wait, so are you Filipino?
I am. I'm half Filipino. I'm half
British.
Irish, not
Oh,
British. Are you
British.
actually kidding me right now?
Oh, wait, you are. Okay, fun fact, guys. Maybe it's just because like a lot of like Western dads all hang out together, but our dads are actually friends.
Yeah.
And
Really?
I don't
That's
fight
actually so cute.
ever with my dad. We're just very chill, but we only fight over the fact that every time I say, oh, like I'm hanging out with Siobhan, he goes, you mean Javon?
Javon.
And last week he was
kinda
having
like
dinner with your
that.
dad, and Lydia asked, is it
How is it
Javon? And your dad
pronounced?
said yes.
It's Javon. Is that the
He was like, he
actual-
literally
No,
said,
that's not how you actually, but I kind of like Javon.
literally, my dad was like, no, her dad literally said like it's Siobhan. I was like,
I've heard my name
and this happens.
in every way possible. I've heard Sayoban, Siobhan.
Wait, Taiwan's sort of cute though.
Once I was at Starbucks and I was like Siobhan, and then they wrote sugar on my cup.
Sugar.
Maybe because you're so sweet.
I don't know. It's a hard name, but it's Irish, and my dad is Irish.
I feel like it's iconic. It's like it suits your look.
You know,
You know what I mean?
Siobhan started becoming a thing recently, like Succession.
Oh yeah.
There's a character called Siobhan, and then after that, everyone started calling me Shiv, and I'm like, that was never a thing for me, but okay.
No, like even Liam was like super iconic back then, and now like every single little kid
Is a Liam.
I don't know
and,
another
like,
Liam other than you.
Yeah, I feel like it's not a common name in Manila, in the
Not at
Philippines. So I
all.
feel like when you give that name, it's like they know, like, okay, she's like half
Yeah.
something at least.
I see
Yeah.
a lot of these models like nowadays like coming up with their own name because I feel like that's also part of your branding. You know, the way
To
you
have an
dress,
edgy
the way
name.
you look. No, like you want like that whole package, like that
Right.
energy that
Yeah.
you're getting as a model. Because like no matter how cute you are, like not every cute person can be a model. Like
That's so true.
there's so much more to being a model than just like having a pretty face or having a unique face. Like
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
there's so much more behind that, you know?
I agree.
How would you describe your like modeling brand?
I don't know. I don't think about it that hard. I feel like I just don't take myself that seriously. Where I'm like, I have a brand. I think I'm just like myself. And you're right.
Hashtag
Like,
authentic.
Authentic.
Like-
and I don't like show a lot of my personality online. Like even since I've started modeling, it's like I feel like no one knows what I even sound like.
Wait, this is exactly what you should be our third
Yeah, can I?
co-host. This is exactly what we're literally
I
trying to
would
do.
love that.
No, because I really do believe that like a lot of creators, models, like they just post their work and you start to lose out on that personal aspect.
yeah.
And I feel like nowadays with like everything that's going on in the world, like we just want a little
A little
connection,
personality
you know?
and
Yeah.
A
spice.
little like
Yeah, for sure. I feel like, yeah, it definitely takes more than just like posting a picture on Instagram to be a model. There's like a lot that goes on behind the scenes that people don't know about, you know, like you're going to castings constantly, you're getting rejected constantly, but like on Instagram, they only really see you like win, right? That's why it's like
Third co-host right here, guys. This is gonna be our new like teaser. Like, what is life is not a real?
no, for
That-
real. Like you don't know
For
what's
real?
going on behind like closed doors, right? Like no one knows what's going on with me.
Exactly.
And you know what? I like it that way because no one needs to know.
But what was your like? Because you're now living in New York, which
Yeah.
is freaking iconic. Signed to one of the best agencies in the world. What was that sort of like transition like going from the industry here to like
Yeah.
going in New York? Because I feel like
It's so different, I feel.
it's so different.
It's definitely different, but I feel like the industry here prepared me for a lot. I mean, before I went to New York, I had like modeled in like Singapore and Bangkok here.
You know, I completely
Korea.
forgot about that because you did it at such a young age. And I think everything sort of lined up in the perfect way where like I think
Yeah.
I'm finally ready for like
New York.
New York, you know?
Well, the thing I wanted to go to New York years ago, but it was hard for me to get the visa, the work visa.
Guys, if Siobhan can't get a work visa, no one can.
But this is
She already
also
had like a voguing love for
Oh my
sale
God.
to cover out and it
the
didn't
visa's
work.
hard. I have the artist visa, which most creatives have in America. And I applied for it like at the peak of COVID. So it was just like a bad time.
But I think like now everything worked out. Like going there during COVID wouldn't have been the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In terms
no,
of opportunities and
I
everything.
agree. So I signed with my agency in New York because I went on holiday there. I was just like in New York during the pandemic. I was like, I need to get out of Manila. This shit is going crazy. So I left.
Might
And
be
then
crap.
I was like, I'm just going to try it out. I'm going to meet some agencies there. And I got a couple offers. And then I went with Ford because they just like gave me the best vibe at the time. And
I love that.
yeah.
We're all here for vibes, honestly. Like, I know it's a very competitive industry, but at the end of the day, it's a creative one. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
You just
vibes
have
and
to feel
energies are so important.
Your
and like,
instinct also.
Yeah.
I try not to take this too seriously. Obviously,
exactly.
in
Don't
terms
take it
of
too
work, I
seriously.
do. But it's nice to just like be around creative
Yeah.
people all the time.
Even with
you
work
know?
For
though,
sure.
like the way you sort of like pick like what you do, there's no like exact formula where you're like, okay, I only do this. Sometimes like
Yeah.
you just have that gut feeling, that instinct that
Yeah.
like, oh, I vibe with this like project, and you're gonna go for
definitely.
it.
Or if you like the people who are involved, or if you think it's gonna be cool. And I guess for your brand, like I know I said I don't really brand myself, but actually I do subconsciously.
No, but that's
Um,
fine. You know, like we all do it. But it's as long as you're not sort of putting on this show or something, I feel like that's totally fine. You know.
Yeah, but yes, the industry here prepared me for a lot, I think. I mean, I don't think I would be modeling in New York if it weren't for the Philippines. So I'm very grateful for that.
I think because the industry is smaller here, it's a little easier to get
Your foot in the door.
Get your
a
foot
little
in the
bit.
door.
Yeah.
and if you sort of make it here, it's also nice to like give other models a chance and move on. So like I can like get work. You know, basically I'm like, and Siobhan was like, I'm leaving. I'm like, oh no, like I'm gonna miss you, but I'm like secretly like, oh my god, finally.
Stop.
Like this
That's
girl
not
needs to leave because no one else is getting booked because she's just like getting everything.
Well, guess what? I'm back, bitches. For like a week. I mean, like I'll always be back and forth. Like this is my home.
No, same. Like, even when I went to college, like, I think people find it weird because maybe, I don't know if you can relate to this, but because we are like on the wider,
End of
more
the spectrum.
Caucasian side, people don't look at us. Well, I'm not Filipino, but in essence, I feel Filipino. But
Yeah,
people
your
don't
heart
look,
is
maybe,
Filipino.
Maybe people don't look at you and they're like, oh, you're Filipino.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Like, how was that like growing up?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've had like an identity crisis my whole life because obviously I'm half Irish and my mom is Filipino, and I don't really think I look like either. Like I think I'm like right in between. Like when I go to Ireland, they clearly can tell that I'm Asian, and then when I'm here,
You look
like I look
more
white.
Caucasian,
So I just like sometimes I'm like when people are like, you're not Filipino enough. I'm like, then where the fuck am I from? Like Mars? Like, I'm not Irish enough either. So where do you want me to go? Like,
no, but like as a model, like, do you find that hard, or do you think that's your
It
sort
gave
of
you like an
unique thing?
advantage. Yeah.
Being mixed race, I think gives me an advantage. I think there's definitely a huge market for that in the US.
I think more in the US.
More in the
Yeah,
US
more
than
in the
here,
US.
really.
People like try to categorize me, so they put me with all like the flying models, but I'm
Okay.
also
Yeah.
I can add something
Yeah.
different, and I'm not just like white. Like I look at myself in the mirror and I don't see this like white Caucasian man that everyone else sees.
No,
Because
you're
I've
not
been-
that white.
I'm like I'm the only one that speaks Tagalog on this podcast,
You're
guys.
very
So,
much
like,
Asian on the
right?
inside.
But people
you're
don't
like an
see
egg.
that. So people don't see that. So I find it very
You
hard
know?
sometimes. Wait, what did you say?
You're like an egg. You're white on the outside,
Yeah.
yellow on the inside.
Are we allowed to keep that in? That's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm the same. Yeah, I'm also an egg.
No, but like, I think here, like, the industry is not progressive enough where they automatically try and categorize you into like, okay, you can only do these type of projects, and it's so
Yeah.
hard to grow.
yeah,
that's
to an
why, like,
extent, yeah.
Going to New York, you can really, no matter how you look like, your race, your background, your ethnicity,
Yeah,
like, you can find a lane that works for you.
Yeah.
that's what I love
know?
about like New York so much. It's like such a melting pot. Like, you know, so many people from like different walks of life and different ethnicities, and it's just like an amazing place. But answering your question, here,
Okay, Miss Universe.
not at all. So here, I feel like I was always considered a Filipino model. Like, I don't think anyone thought I was like a foreign model. Like, my mom is Filipino. I grew
You know,
up
people
here.
think I'm a flying model. I'm
For
like,
sure,
they're
yeah.
like, do you have your like visa? I'm like a resident. Like, I don't need a visa, guys.
Sometimes Liam's accent is so Pinoy. It's like more Pinoy than me. So
I'm gonna like replay that whenever someone's like, "Why are you white?" I'm
yeah,
like,
you heard
Liam's
it.
Like,
accent is
why are you
more
here?
Pinoy.
I puta.
Liam loves the Philippines, and he grew up here, and that's all
love
that matters.
the Philippines.
Wait, I was gonna say something about what we were just talking
Okay,
about.
Miss Universe. Just in
And
case
I
we
keep
crop
trying
out
to go back to
first
the
one.
question. Yes, I feel like I was considered a Filipino model for sure, but definitely looked at as more foreign. Which isn't. I mean, I don't blame anyone for that. Like, you know, I'm like not full Filipino, and I'm not like, I don't have dark skin, so I completely understand that. But yeah, I think being like mixed race, it definitely was a struggle growing up, just like not really feeling like you come from any particular place. But like, if I claim both places. I claim Ireland and I claim the Philippines, but I feel more Filipino. I grew up here. So, and you know, when I'm in New York and people ask me where I'm from, I say the Philippines.
You know when
You have
I've
like stuff
traveled-
all over
Yeah.
your face.
I'm trying
The
to eat it like
quiche.
in a chill way.
Yeah, it wasn't
No.
chill at all.
You know, even though I'm like technically Australian, I go abroad. And the Philippines is always my home. And I always say, like, as a creative, there's only our industry here isn't very established yet. So I love that, like, people have, if you have the opportunity to go abroad, go abroad. But I always say, like, make sure that you give back, come back, and once you're ready, like, create something bigger here. And that's why
Yeah.
I'm here right now. You know,
For
I'm-
sure.
I needed my time abroad, and now I'm ready to like make
Like,
a
do
bigger
something
difference
here,
now.
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I think Filipinos abroad should always like aim to help the Philippines in some way. Like, and that's why I keep coming back. Not like I'm helping the Philippines, but like my roots are here. And
She's gonna become a politician.
when's the next election?
Siobhan for Senate,
When's the
guys.
next election though? Next year, Siobhan 2025. I was watching the Olympics last night, and I was like, what sport can I get into now so that I can be in the next Olympics?
You know what you should do? The fast walking.
What's it?
What is
Like
it
a
called?
marathon?
Like-
What is it called?
when they're like
Fast
that?
walking.
No, it's like
Is that an
Brisk
actual
walking.
sport?
no, girl.
I think it's
It
like a
is.
marathon.
No,
And
It's
just
a
like,
sport.
No, there's a
What?
certain way of walking.
And are they
Basically.
not allowed to go faster? Like,
No, it's like
get
I wanna do
disqualified.
the
What is it
shooting.
called?
I want to do
Wait,
shooting.
I can't believe.
oh, that's
Actually, shooting,
Like that
everyone
girl,
was
that
shooting.
Korean
Yeah, they're
girl.
going
Speed
viral.
walking.
What?
You do speed walking, I'll do shooting, and we're gonna represent
Gabbie
the
can
Philippines.
do-
I'm gonna just be a
in the next
commentator.
Olympics 2028
I'm literally just
in
gonna
LA.
be a commentator.
Snoop
I'm gonna be
Dogg.
on the mic.
Snoop Dogg.
Or I want to do the thing.
You're Simone Biles. You can be Simone Biles.
Gymnastics.
Oh my god, I
Make the
did.
frame.
I did gymnastics.
God,
Make
once.
the frame
not.
for gymnastics. Really?
I used to do it, and I was the only guy. Like, and I thought I was straight. Like, hello, like I was.
I remember when
Doing
Liam
tum-
was straight, you guys. It was a different era.
Oh my god.
She's known me for too long.
I knew him in his straight era, and I was like, I think you're lying. What were we talking about?
We always forget what we were talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
what were we talking about?
What were you talking about?
I feel like Liam keeps straying from the topic.
Miss Senate, girl. We're back on
We're
topic,
back on
guys.
topic. We're back to talking about what we were supposed to talk about.
Manila?
Manila.
What are some of your favorite campaigns you've ever done? Like in Manila?
In Manila?
Rank.
I cannot rank
don't.
them. My favorite is, some of my favorite. Let me
Sunny.
think.
Honestly, Sunny's iconic.
Sunny's.
Well, Sunnies, I feel like you were everywhere with the Sunnies.
Sunny's was like great because it was like I did one of their first campaigns and
For
then they
Fizz.
just like blew up and they did amazingly.
And then you blew up.
yeah, and honestly,
You guys
yeah.
blew up together.
Thanks, Sunny's girls.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I honestly that
Where
really
is
kickstarted
Flipper?
my career. I think
I remember that launch. Like, that launch was crazy.
Oh my god,
That
I
was
was in
crazy.
Elena.
And it
I
was
really
everywhere.
cried. I almost flew back for it because I was like, this is gonna be
yeah.
iconic. Because I saw like the designs.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was iconic, and I still love their products to this day. So yeah, that's one of my favorites. What else? Vogue cover was cool.
Yes.
Sorry.
we Vogue Korea.
Oh, I did Vogue. Sorry, I just burped. I did Vogue Korea.
I feel like Vogue Korea is so cool.
it was like really
Japan. Why am I remembering all your
I know, like,
things?
he's like,
Vogue Korea was cool because I was like, I don't really know why I'm here, but
It was like with
but
Anne,
thanks for
and
picking me.
Shira.
and Curtis, Pam, Daryl,
Shira? No.
Shira,
That's it. And you.
Melissa, like editor of Vogue.
where did you guys shoot that?
Shot it in Henry Hotel. They like
Oh wait, it's super cute though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked really cute.
Should we do an episode?
their team flew here, and then we did that, and then they asked me about like the industry in the Philippines, and it was cool. And I think it was really nice to like represent the fashion
Yeah.
industry in the Philippines in that way.
And those are the
I
things
don't
that you
know, I
can
was
physically prove that like you have pride,
Mhm.
because I think not a lot of people see that in general. Like people
Yeah.
don't really talk about it, and when you do something like that, it's like wow, like I can properly. It's like very Olympics for fashion.
Yeah, like those like Filipinos abroad, Shay Mitchell, who like deny that they're Filipino. That's so wild.
It's kind of embarrassing,
That's like,
actually.
embarrassing
I'm keeping
for
that in,
her,
guys.
not
Yeah.
for us. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, girl, you're not Spanish.
I met her mom.
Like,
Her mom is.
you're related to Lea Salonga. Like, you're not Spanish, girl. Like, you're Filipino, and there's nothing wrong with that. You should be proud. That
No, I
pisses me
agree.
off so much.
And like that's why I really try.
Liam's not even Filipino, and he's
And I'm
claiming
like-
he's like,
Filipino.
yeah, and he's like representing the Philippines.
You know, sometimes I just say I'm half because I'm lazy to like explain. And people like, no,
Yeah.
you're not. I'm like,
You still have some
Siobhan's
pastry on your
half and she
cheek.
looks just as white as
I
me.
have such a hard
Cheers.
time.
Still?
The other side. It's like Liam's
So
enjoying the
ratchet.
quiche here.
Guys, go to
the
Joel's
quiche is
place.
So
done.
ratchet.
He's enjoying the quiche.
He's gobbling up that quiche.
And I have a shoot after this. I'm like, no more. Oh my God,
There's still
Landon.
quiche on your face.
Hey, Landon. Landon's grocery shopping.
He ignored us.
This is like
He's
the
like-
funniest
he's
like
like,
place to
F
have a
this.
podcast.
No, I'm sure
Like,
everyone's
people are
really
just
about
like
their
buying
days
their
and never doing
produce
it.
and
There's
going
people
about
buying
their
wine
day.
here at like 9 a.m. But yeah, like really amazing to represent the Philippines abroad. There's nothing I would love to do more.
It's sorry, I didn't hear that. I can't respond if I didn't hear it. I'm like still conscious at this moment.
You actually still have a little bit.
That's so.
It's just like, how did you get it everywhere?
Yeah, how is it like on your cheek?
We're getting very
like high up on your
It's
cheek.
your beard. It's getting stuck in your beard. Liam's so hairy, you guys.
Oh my god! Wait, I forgot to do the America.
Oh yeah. So New York.
Okay.
Woo!
What were you saying? What were you saying?
Oh yeah,
She's
Vogue
talking about,
Korea.
representing the Philippines internationally.
Are there any
like,
other like milestones that you sort of want to work with? Any publications? Any?
Do you have like a dream magazine or dream
People
brand?
like ask me this all the time, and like I don't know. I think it's really, honestly, realistically, as a model, it's hard to have a dream brand or a dream gig because the odds are really against you here in modeling.
It's like 99%.
It's so competitive, and you never know what you're gonna get. You just kind of take on what comes. Like I kind of live day by day. You know, I'm like, whatever happens, happens.
Our caption, Siobhan,
living day by day. No,
seriously, I'm living day. I'm hanging on.
No,
by
but
a
it's
thread.
very like.
What would you say
hard
is
to be a
like
model.
something you've done that you were sort of like, okay, this is like a dream come true, like brand or magazine,
Anything
or
that you haven't
anything, anything.
No, I can't say anything that I haven't posted because it hasn't come out yet. But something that I was like really like proud
Milestone.
of was the Vogue Maiden issue, because I think I had been working in the Philippines for years, like as a model, and like Vogue coming into the country was such a huge deal for like many creatives and models, and
it's such a good platform. I feel like for like Filipino creatives,
Exactly.
to
To
find
have
that
a
sort of
Vogue.
publication
Exactly.
and say, "Oh my god, I've been in Vogue."
Yeah,
you know?
it's like it gave such a huge platform to Filipino creatives, and like huge. You know, like before Vogue, there weren't a lot of editorials going around. You know, and that was just like a really proud moment. I was like, finally, like we're at this point, and we're ready, and we're going to take on like the global stage as an industry in the Philippines. And I don't know, I was just like really proud. Yeah, and I was proud to be part of it. It was a long shoot. It was like, I think it was like over 12 hours. I was dying.
See, being a model is
it's hard work.
hard. People don't realize.
It's hard. Imagine standing
Guys,
there for hours. You sit down. Maybe like
Podcasting
20
is hard also. Just FYI. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, everyone's looking at us weird.
But is there any like advice or a lesson that you've sort of learned? Because I think you've sort of gone through a lot already, you know? And like obviously there's still a lot of growing to do, but I think when I think about top models from the Philippines, your face comes to mind. So I just feel like you have like
Along with
share your
Williams is
friggin'
right there.
wisdom.
Sure, okay, I'll
If
share.
you want, Lang. I don't want to force you. But like
No,
also
I'll share some
answer the
wisdom.
question.
Advice, I think, be yourself. Like, I know that's really cliche.
Wait, we literally say this in the podcast all the
like
time.
every
like every
time,
episode.
yeah, like I know it's like
true.
cliche, but it's true. Like if you're pretending to be someone else, then you're not being yourself.
And
you're
people
being
can
like
tell.
everyone else.
I think people can
Do we
tell,
have to
and
change
it's,
the
like,
name of our
cringe.
podcast to like
To be yourself,
authenticity?
be yourself.
Be yourself or something? I swear. No, but it's so important, especially in like the creative industry can seem very superficial.
Yeah.
And what we rely most on in the world and in the industry is like personal connection. And so I think no matter how skinny you might be or how like pretty you might be or whatever, all of that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
If you as a person is your own brand, authentic,
For sure.
I think that can go a lot further than looks.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
in New York, like my agent told me that like personality is just as important as the way you look. 'Cause I mean, you're competing against the best models in the world, and
Yeah.
they're all beautiful.
You're one
you know?
of the best
So-
models in the world.
I don't think so. But you know, what's gonna like make you stand like apart from like everyone else? It's being yourself because
pleasing
no one's like
personality.
you. Exactly. You're pleasant, your winning smile, and your dazzling personality.
Give a winning smile. Go. I'm not because I don't have veneers yet, so I'm not.
Don't get
smile.
veneers.
My
I hate
teeth are
veneers.
so ugly.
There's nothing worse than veneers.
I heard veneers are like horrible. Like,
Apparently
they're
they
so-
fall out.
Yeah, like,
Did you
they're
see
so
Tana
weak.
Mojo? Falls out like once a week though.
Oh
They
my
shave off your
God.
tooth.
There's
But-
nothing worse than veneers. Don't get veneers.
And I feel like they feel weird. Like, when
That's
you
her
have
life
them.
lesson.
My life, like a piece of advice: never
Don't
get
get veneers.
veneers. Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, like natural teeth are
Better.
yeah, like way better.
Okay, I just won't smile for the rest of my life.
Just get some like crest whitening
Yeah, just
strip.
whitening. Whitening's
Oh my
fine,
God.
but like veneers, they just look weird. Like they sit weird in your mouth.
Yeah,
also. Like,
guys,
they
I'm
look odd.
still
tell.
thinking about that quiche.
Go have
There's
the
another
last
one.
one.
I know you want it.
Guys, Liam's really loving the quiche.
At Joel's place.
At Joel's place.
But should we play a game? So,
Do we
okay,
have a
so
game?
I didn't tell you we were playing a game.
Okay. I love a
Who's
game.
most likely to? So I think out of the
Okay.
three of us,
Ooh.
we have to decide
Oh,
like,
this is fun.
and like we always say we don't explain, and then we end up explaining. for
Yeah,
10
like it
minutes.
takes so long.
We're yappers. We love to yap.
Okay, we're starting the game.
Definitely Siobhan. I would wish, but like
I'll say Liam.
No.
so cute.
I'm not gonna say myself. That's weird.
I said myself, but like I knew
She's like,
that.
he's like, oh, I
I'm
wish
trying
myself.
to be realistic nowadays.
Okay, realistic, it's Siobhan. For sure.
Yeah. But no, I think you've taken modeling. You're just doing modeling, and I'm doing different stuff. So I'm going to give it to you.
You're
and
a podcaster.
You are also the cuter one. So.
He'll admit
The
that.
cuter twin.
This is the only time
She has a
admit-
twin, by the way.
I have a twin brother.
No one knows that.
No one knows.
She never
He's low key as fuck.
She never posted.
He doesn't like. He's like really low key. He's not about all of this.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So we can't get him on the
He's like
podcast.
hiding.
No. He's hiding.
We can try. He might be our
Hiding from me.
second guest. Okay.
Gabbie.
I think Gabbie.
Gabbie's a fashion god.
Liam.
Guys, we're just like,
Liam also. I think you both could.
yeah, no, I think like as a model, you can also sort of like express yourself through fashion and stuff. And that comes with the whole personality thing,
Yeah.
you know? And like when you're like going to a casting and you have to wear a black t-shirt and jeans, like you have to make sure you sort of stand out. And so you can
How
do that
do you stand
through-
out in your
Casting.
yeah?
Actually, you know what? When I first got to New York, I was like, okay, it's probably like a tank top and jeans, right? Like, no, these bitches are
Dressed
dressing
up?
up to these castings sometimes.
God.
Like, I mean, you'll definitely see models in a tank top and jeans, but then you'll see some people in like a fur coat, and you're like,
Oh my
okay,
God.
like I guess it's really like
should
that.
I wear a fur coat to bench casting? Bench casting. BYS na lang.
Yeah,
Bench is gonna happen soon, so maybe BYS I'll come in fur.
but yeah, I guess you
Like
can
fake
show
fur,
your
faux fur,
personality
'cause
through
I
your
don't-
outfit.
agree with
With
Faux
real
fur.
fur.
Faux
No,
fur, yeah.
no real fur.
Is fur okay if it's vintage? Like real
People
fur?
say that like vintage fur was like more ethically
I mean, it's already dead.
sourced and made. Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
all of us.
What's the name? What was the question?
Who's gonna be a household,
Household name in fashion.
All of us.
That is like
My dog
Oh.
Rolex is going to be a household name in fashion. I'm going to be in the Olympics.
He's a little
and,
demonio.
and Rolex is going to
He
be a
hates
household
everyone.
name. He loves me.
Okay,
And
that's
all
why
that matters. He hates
I want a little bit of
Liam.
love.
He hates Liam so much.
he hates Anne.
Yeah, he hates like people who like come over to my apartment a lot. He hates them the most.
Fun fact, I go over to her apartment a lot. She doesn't leave the house.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh my god, me. Reality
Liam.
TV.
I think Liam. I can imagine
Guys,
Liam
I
in like
re-
a little reality TV.
Liam could be in like Riverdale.
Oh my god, that's the worst show ever.
or like Gossip Girl reboot.
You could so be in like Vanderpump Rules.
Oh my gosh! No, I
Except
can.
without the serving.
Why can I
Just the
imagine?
fighting.
You're not
Just
like
the fighting. I don't want to serve.
I can really imagine Liam in like a little Bravo.
Liam can be really bitchy sometimes,
Oh my god,
and
someone
but it works in
call me.
in like a chic way.
Like what's Yeah.
I would
agree.
love to
This
be
is a
on
thing. I think
a
this is a
reality
thing I've
show.
agreed with the most.
Yeah.
So if
Which
anyone wants
reality
to
show
show, would you?
I want to be like on.
I love that she's ready with the answer. She's like,
she's like, someone finally asked me, guys.
If I were single, maybe Love Island.
But she's engaged.
But I'm
Oh no,
not.
she's married. Pula. I
I'm
keep
not
forgetting your
single.
not just
timeline.
engaged.
So now,
I keep forgetting.
She's like a married woman.
yeah. So I can't be on Love Island. So instead, I'll be the Real Housewives of Manila.
Oh my god, me.
Liam. Liam, 100%.
Been there, done that.
It almost happened.
Guys, can we not dig up the past?
No, we're not.
Oh
Talking about
yeah. Also, Liam says some pretty controversial things, just like in real life.
But it's always true, and just
It's
people
always
It's a
can't.
hot take. It's a
It's a
hot
hot
take.
take.
People
but
can't.
yeah, just being honest.
It's
People
always,
aren't on my level yet.
Liam's very true, very honest,
Very
very
authentic.
authentic,
Authentic.
but in
Very
a
real.
harsh, chic way.
Very straightforward.
Thank you for adding the chic, because I would have been like a little annoyed if you.
I don't want
in
you
a
to-
harsh
I don't
way.
harsh-
I'm like,
Liam
Okay.
would 100% get canceled.
Yeah.
Just because he's honest, and sometimes people
honesty
don't
is
like
the best policy.
That. Sometimes people can't take the truth.
Do you have any truth tellings
I have a
to
lot
say?
of truths to
to
unravel.
share.
We should honestly do a Bravo episode.
We so should.
That's so fun.
Co-host.
I'm coming back, you guys. I'm a huge Bravo fan. It's all I watch is
Okay,
Bravo.
obviously we're off tangent, and there's
Sorry,
no more.
like-
no, I love it. There's no more questions.
There's no more questions.
out of
But no,
We
I
actually
think
finished the game.
I want to sort of sum up this episode.
A what?
I want to sum up the episode,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna do it. So Gabbie's gonna do
Me?
it because I don't know what to
Okay.
say.
I don't know, yeah.
Okay, you na lang. What's your one thing you want to
Yeah,
Tell the
impart
audience.
one thing, one takeaway from.
My
What's
takeaway
your
from
truth
this
telling?
is I don't know if we said anything actually substantial, but
Isn't that what people think modeling is? Anyway?
exactly. We did nothing substantial here, but
we showed our pleasing personalities, and I
we're
think
honest.
that's all. Too
But-
honest at times,
yeah.
but you know what?
That's what life's about.
Life is not a real, guys.
Yeah. What's the point in being alive if you're not honest?
I think we should end it there. I think that's really
It's not the ender. That's the quote. That's the quote
That's
from
the
this
quote.
episode.
But no, thank you for having us.
Thank
you for having us.
Thank you for having
Thanks for coming to my podcast.
I really think I'm
Again.
we're gonna add you to the group chat. We're like, well, we're filming here next week. She's like, I'm in New York. I'm like, via
I
Zoom.
can be on Zoom.
No,
You know how to reach me.
No, I don't. I don't
He's
even
not
know.
going to reach me.
You know what?
He's
I've
not
known
gonna
her
reach
for
out.
15 years, and I don't think I have your number.
You don't have my number?
I messaged you on Instagram.
DMs.
Yeah.
No, she's a very
Oof, what happened?
The quiche. It's the fucking
It's the
quiche.
He needs more. You have water.
Have some water.
Thank you for the water, Joel's place.
Drink your
Yeah.
water.
Mm.
Do you have anything you're looking forward to
Oh,
in New
yeah.
York?
Me coming.
Liam's coming.
She's like, she
Oh
has
my
a
gosh,
countdown on her
Liam
phone.
is
I'm just
coming.
vibing.
That's so exciting.
That's like all I look forward to is just continuing to vibe.
I told her all I want to eat is Chipotle, bagels, pizza, and sweet green.
Pizzas in New York are so good.
Sweet green. I'm
Sweet
gonna
green
cry.
is so good.
I'm honestly, I think I'm tearing up thinking about the salads I'm gonna eat.
Sweet green is so good.
No, I'm getting emotional. No, I'm so excited for the produce. An heirloom
But
tomato.
all this produce
There's
behind
produce
us.
behind you. There's a lot.
Guys, you
But
have
we
to
don't
try
cook.
the. What's it called?
Which one?
Should we
Cantaloupe.
do a little?
The cantaloupe. Look at our snacks.
I'm so curious about that. Whatever this is. Good.
It looks like a flat croissant.
Yeah, it looks like a flat
These are
croissant.
mad
No,
vibes.
it's those they have the twisty things.
What's the twisty thing?
No one knows.
Can you touch it?
Oh, it's a croissant.
Oh, it is a croissant.
But,
And fair.
flattened.
Only available at Joel's place.
If you want a flat croissant, you know where to go. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Thank you. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Okay,
Liam's
fine.
obsessed with the quiche.
Could you show them the quiche just so they know what you're obsessing over
Touching all this food.
for the past
Right.
hour?
And it got all like stuck up in his beard.
Wait, where's my Rolex?
Oh, there. Now you found it. Okay, so all you guys on video, this is the quiche. It's gonna be renamed as the Liam quiche. Okay, we're cheers to this episode.
Cheers
Cheers, love
this
you
episode.
guys.
Thanks for joining us.
I had nothing else to do today.
Bye, guys.